Drive on Mama, buckle up. Andre TV here from driveonmama.com. And you want to know, can you make a living off Doordash? Can you make a full-time income, whatever that is for you, for your area, for your state, or your country? Can you make a livable wage, a living income off of Doordash? The answer in the short is, it is possible. So, although the short answer is yes, you can make a living off of Doordash, the question is, not the question, what you should keep in mind is that is not a secure job. It is not a guaranteed position within the company. You are an independent contractor, and they can deactivate you at any moment. And you have nothing you have other apps to fall back on, but DoorDash is the major player in most markets for food delivery. So as long as you keep that in mind and you figure out which market you need to work in, the times that are best to work in, which orders to select, you can make a living off of DoorDash. Now, we just accepted our first order of the night, $8.50 for 2.7 miles. We are picking up at Yosaku Japanese restaurant. Let's go get it. And we have arrived. Oh, it's dead tonight. Let's go. Okay, that last order did have a hidden tip, and that's one of the reasons why I selected it. I knew the Japanese restaurant, 5 items, it most likely would have a hidden tip, especially because it was going to a house rather than an apartment. And you have to, in order to make a full-time income off of DoorDash, you're going to have to learn how to pick the orders that are the most profitable for you. And now we have taken our next order. We are picking up at Maggiano's, $8.25 for 1.9 miles. We selected this because there was 5 items, and there's most likely a hidden tip as well. In my market, the hidden tip indicator is $6.75, except for when there's a peak pay, and there is a $1 peak pay, so that brings it up to $7.75. So let's go get it. Okay, that last order had a small hidden tip, and we've taken our next order, $8.25 for 1.9 miles. And this is probably the slowest Saturday I've seen since like July or August. That's another thing you can't predict when you want to work for DoorDash full time. Sometimes it's busy, sometimes it's not, but let's go get this order. And while we were in Five Guys waiting on them to finish the order, they said to add on $7 picking up at Chipotle for an additional 0.6 miles. Hopefully this one is ready. Okay, both of those last 2 orders had a hidden tip. I believe we got $9.25 instead of $8.25, and then the $7 went up to $8. And now we are back on the avenue and have our next order. Picking up for Angelico's, $8 going 1.7 miles. Not expecting a hidden tip on this. It doesn't show the subtotal, but essentially they're getting a small personal pizza, a dessert, and some spinach feta triangle circles. Let's go get it. Spinach feta triangles, not triangle circles. That last order did have a small hidden tip. We received $9 instead of $8, and we're back on the avenue, and we took our next one, $7.25, back to Angelico's for 0.8 miles. This one will not have a hidden tip because it is a $1 peak pay still, and it's very slow. So I don't know if we're going to stay out till midnight, but let's go. As expected, there was no hidden tip. It was a $2.75 base pay, $1 peak pay, bringing it up to $3.75. Then a $3.50 tip for the $7.25, and we have accepted our next order, $15 for a total of 3.6 or 3.7 miles. We are going to 7-Eleven and Z-Burger and delivering to the same customer. Let's go. First stop, 7-Eleven. Second pickup, Z-Burger. Second pickup, Z-Burger. As expected, there was no hidden tip. It was a $2.75 base pay, $1 peak pay, bringing it up to $3.75. Then a $3.50 tip for the $7.25, and we have accepted our next order, $15 for a total of 3.6 or 3.7 miles. We are going to 7-Eleven and Z-Burger and delivering to the same customer. Let's go. First stop, 7-Eleven. Second pickup, Z-Burger. Okay, we have ended our dash. It was 11:10 when we logged off, and we made $69
$69.75. But I just want to show you what I earned last week working 3 hours on a Saturday night. $96.80. The difference was the peak pay and the number of orders and the stores open. The most important shift you want to work if you're considering doing this full time and living off of Doordash money is the dinner shifts. 6:30 till 9:30 in my market is the hottest. 5:30 is still kind of dead. And this is the same market for this week and last week. The number of people ordering, the size of the orders, they are going to be the biggest. They're ordering for everyone. The later it gets, they're ordering for themselves, or that's it. And the $69.75, most of those orders were, somebody wanted one meal, and that was all. And the peak pay of only $1. It is Jewish holidays this weekend, and it's just dead all around. My daughter's basketball game, they canceled it for this week because they had so many teams pulling out. So you really, even though you can work whenever you want to, you really need to work when the money is there if you want to really make full-time income. But I have not reached my weekly goal. I am at 7 and change, and the goal is always the minimum 1,000. So tomorrow we have to get out there and really hustle. We're at 796.79. So we will be starting off in the morning, doing a couple of hours. Then we have a softball game, and then we'll come back out for the beautiful dinner shift. Hope this helps. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And driveonmama.com.